Speaker today, Maria Rocco, is a member of the board of the Agni Institute Incorporated, a nonprofit organization based in Massachusetts, and whose mission is to build a sustainable future by preserving our environment, investigate the physical and subtle laws of nature, and educate people on restoring respect, balance, and harmony for all. Following several years as an international flight attendant, Maria moved to the United States from Italy and joined UNICEF as a travel counselor, where she combined her travel experience and interest in humanitarian causes. She has been studying Eastern philosophies for many years and is now retired and is developing a program on the dual origin, which is what she will be talking to us today about.
For centuries, men and women have been educated from the cradle to behave in a masculine way and feminine way, respectively. Baby boys must wear blue and baby girls must wear pink. The feminine has erroneously been associated with weakness and the masculine with toughness. In this era of the exploration of space, the World Wide Web and globalization, the roles of women and men are changing. And today, in part thanks to the work of Carl Jung, who said that all people have a feminine side, which he called anima, and a masculine side, which he called animus, there is a growing understanding that, in fact, all women and all men contain both the masculine and feminine aspects within themselves. Indeed, the masculine is not present in men only, just as the feminine is not present in women only. We all understand the urgency of reaching gender equality, especially in countries where the rights of women are still negated. Now, we must also understand that there is more to gender equality than giving women their rights. We humans are a small universe, a microcosm. Our existence is based on the dual origin, this polarity which pervades the whole world beyond our planet Earth and is present in every atom. Protons are positive and electrons are negative. In electricity, alternate current, direct current, evaporation and condensation, yin and yang, etc. This polarity is referred to as creative, or masculine, or active, and receptive, or feminine, and is the basis of all existence. Religions have symbols to represent them. For example, the two goldfish in Buddhism, the Star of David in Judaism, the Tai Chi in Taoism, and so on. Without either one or the other, there simply would be no life. We humans tend to think that we're separate from the universe, but we are an integral part of it, and we play an essential role in its evolution. Within each one of us, whether we define ourselves as men, woman, gay, lesbian, or other, there is the same polarity of the creative and receptive that exists in the universe. We are each made of spirit matter, and they are one, inseparable and equal. Spirit is creative, matter is receptive. Our spirit needs our body to anchor itself, our body needs our spirit to come into being, and they are one. We could think of the oneness of the dual origin as a coin, with one side being the head and the other the tail. Yet both are made of the same metal and form the coin. In yoga, organs are divided into organs of action and the organs of perception. For example, our hands and our feet and our mouth are the organs of action, whereas our ears and our eyes are the organs of perception. Along our spine run two nerve codes. On the right, Pingala, positive or masculine, corresponds to the left side of the brain, and on the left side of the body, the Ida, negative or feminine, corresponds to the right side of the brain. The left brain is related to logic, rationality, numbers, and is associated with the masculine, and the right brain related to intuition and compassion and seeing the whole, and music is associated with the feminine, and both hemispheres interact with each other. Understanding that we're an inseparable part of the universe and that we all contain the creative and receptive within ourselves, a woman can be creative and receptive, and a man can be receptive and creative. Regardless of our gender or how we identify ourselves, we can put these two energies at work in our daily lives and learn to balance them for our own benefit, that of people in our immediate surroundings, our community, our nation, our planet, and so on. For there is more to this world than we can see with our naked eyes, as has been demonstrated by many cases of near-death experiences in which visions of the world beyond our known world are experienced. When we meditate, we are both creative and receptive because we become receptive to higher energies, and through our heart we can transmit them to the space around us. These waves of energy reach those we love, and when we hold them in our heart. And I'm sure all of you, as I have, at some point you have somebody in your family who is terminally ill, you want to help, or some of your friends, close friends, who are going through a tough time in their personal lives, and you just don't know how to help them. And so when I have a situation like that, several times during the day, I will picture them and put them in my heart and send this energy to them. And we can also do that when there are catastrophes around the world. For example, now we have this typhoon in the Philippines. So we can help during our daily lives by sending energy to them through our heart. During our meditation, we stimulate our right brain and we develop our intuition, our capacity to be compassionate. And this is much needed in a world where toughness is revered. Our thoughts also impact on our immediate surroundings and beyond. When we send out positive thoughts, we create positivity. When we send out negative thoughts, we create negativity around us, and what we send out comes back to us. Through meditation and paying attention to our thoughts, we can develop a thinking heart and loving mind, and become balanced and compassionate human beings. Through non-violent communication, for example, I can expand on that to those who are interested and want to ask questions following the service. The thinking heart is to feel what is going on with the other person and understand what he or she needs and be compassionate. A practical application of developing the thinking heart and loving mind can be very useful when we're in a decision-making position that involves people, in a business, for example. Throughout the day, we can bring awareness to how we interact with people around us by being mindful of how much we speak or listen, by feeling empowered instead of powerless, by taking action whenever action is called for, and so on. Balancing the creative and receptive would lead to tolerance and compassion rather than condemnation and indifference. Cooperation rather than competition, and on a wider scale, diplomatic negotiations and conflict resolution rather than armed aggression.